Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tabletop Simulator, and we're back with more of this playthrough of Disney Villainous. Today, we're going to be focusing on Maleficent. Her objective is to start her turn, or my turn, with a curse at each location, which is only 4. So, right now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I chose Maleficent for this 4th playthrough is because there's going to be 2 villains that's going to be very complicated to follow the rules and objectives, because both of them also had locks in it. So I won't tell you who they are just yet, but you're probably already aware of the base game. So this is like the base game of this Disney Villainous series. So we're going to be focusing on that. We're going to try to finish the base game as soon as possible, and then we move on to the expansions, which, by the way, the new one will be coming out soon. So for that being said, let's jump right into the game by drawing 4 cards. And I think I already shuffled them before I start recording and stuff. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to put this in the table, which represents my hand. Okay, let's reveal the cards by pressing the F button. And here's what we have, or what I have. We have Vanish, which is an effect card, has the power 0. On your next turn, Maleficent does not have to move to a new location, which means that I could stay the location that I at, which is exactly what it means. We have Savage Goon, has no abilities. He's an ally and has 4 strength, and the cost to play him 3 power. Then we have the Staff, which is an item that costs 1 power. If Maleficent is at this location, the cost to play an effect or curse is reduced by 1, which means it cuts down by 1. And then I have the Savage Goon again. So now, let's go ahead and get started with this game. It is a straightforward objective. However, there are fate cards that will prevent the curse of happening, or will remove the curse and be discarded and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and move to the location that has the most power, which of course is the forest. Then I can play 2 cards, and I can discard. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. As much as I want to play Vanish, but I'm not sure if I want to, because I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out if I stay in this location if I play this card. Because on your next turn, Maleficent does not have to move to a new location. So I'm assuming that you have to stay the exact location, which is like a repeated cycle. So I'm going to go ahead and play this card. And by the next turn, she's going to remain in the forest for quite a while. And I need to decide whether or not if I should discard or play another card. But I wanted to save my power, and I can't discard anything right now. Or maybe I can. Probably this. I'm not sure. I'm going to be regretting this decision. So that's the end of that phase. Let's move on to the fate phase. And by the way, I'm playing this on solo mode. I didn't roll right, but I'll take a 7. It means that I don't get fated. If I get a lower number than like a 6 or 10, or probably a 5 or 10, then that means that I get fated. So now I have to draw 2 cards. And then before I end this round or this turn, I have to reveal what card do I end up getting. So I end up getting Dragon Form. So defeat a hero with a strength of 3 or less. If a fate action targets you before your next turn, gain 3 power, which is quite interesting. Then we have another ally, which is the Crackling Goon. Only has a strength of 1, which is the lowest strength of an ally. But you can only spend 1 power of it. Crackling Goon gets +1 strength for each hero at his location. Which is like if a hero like Prince Philip is in, let's say for example, the Forbidden Mountains, which is probably where Maleficent lives. And if the Crackling Goon is there, then that means he gets +1 strength if Prince Philip is in this location. So now that is the end of the first round. The second round, we're going to remain in the forest because of the vanish effect. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat the cycle by getting 3 power. I don't know if I'm following this rules right, especially if you're the cards wise. But I'm going to remain there because I played the vanish card, which I will remain in this location until probably the next turn. Yeah, probably the next turn after doing this and stuff. So I could either play a card or I could discard. So I'm going to spend 1 power for an ally, and I'm going to put the Crackling Goon in the Forbidden Mountains just in case. I need to be prepared if there's any heroes coming my way. I play 1 card, and I need to figure out if I need to discard them. I can't decide yet because I only have cards that cost 3 power to play. So I don't want to discard anything and I don't want to play anything. So now it is time to wrap up this phase and move on to the fate phase. Whoops. I end up getting an 8. So that means that I don't get fated. Draw 1 card to reveal a curse. So what we have here is the Forest of the Thorns. Heroes must have a strength of 4 or more to be played to this location. Discard this curse when a hero is played to this location. So this is like one of these cards. Well, technically this is one of these cards that has a chance to either have the advantage to win have a winning condition or win the game, or may end up costing you to lose this curse, because if you played a hero in a certain location, like for example King Stephen's castle, then you're screwed. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the second round, and I'm going to go ahead and head to Briar Rose's cottage and just gain 2 power. Then I could either move an ally or an item, play a card, or discard 1. And this one is pretty tricky because I don't want it to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to put the Crackling Goon... I'm going to move the Crackling Goon in the forest. And then I'm going to have to spend 3 power to get the Savage Goon to the Forbidden Mountains. And I cannot discard anything at this time, so that will be the end of this phase. So let's move on into the fate phase. I end up getting a 9. I don't know why I never roll any lower numbers at this playthrough, but so far I'm not going to jinx it, because by the time I say something that's good, something horrid happens once I roll in the next turn and stuff. So let's go ahead and draw 1 card to reveal another curse. So this is dreamless sleep. Heroes at this location, depending on which one, gets -2 strength, which means it cuts down the strength of a hero. Discard this curse when an ally is played to this location. So that's the one thing that backfires about this. The only positive side is that you could actually take away a hero's strength by 2. However, if you try to play an ally to defeat a hero in one of the locations, like for example, Briar Rose's Cottage, then you have to discard this curse, which is totally unfortunate. But regardless of the situation, that will be the end of the 3rd round. So let's go ahead and move back to the forest to end up getting back some power, 3 power. Then I have another choice. I think I'm going to have to spend 2 power to play a curse right now. And this may be a risky decision, but it's going to be placed in King Stephen's castle. It didn't say the exact location, or maybe I should have placed it in the forest exactly. But either way, I'm just going to say that the thorns are now spreading. The thorns are now headed to King Stephen's castle. Or maybe I should have put it in the forest because it says Forest of Thorns. So let me go ahead and place it right here. I don't know if you consider moving stuff cheating or not, but I'm trying to figure out a strategy plan. So I have to be careful not to place a hero there, because if I do, then this curse is going to be removed. So I play a card, and now I have to discard something. I'll probably discard this one, even though it might come in handy, but it's going to cost me to, like, remove the curse if I place an ally in a certain location. So that is it for this phase. Let's move on to the Fate phase. And of course, previously, just when I said that if I say something that is good, something horrid happens once I roll the dice in this turn, and there you have it. I end up rolling 3. So let's see what we get. Oh my goodness. So what I have is the guards. When performing a vanquish action to defeat guards, at least 2 allies must be used, which is not bad. They have a strength of 3. Then we have Aurora. She has a strength of 4. And here's what it says. When Aurora is played, reveal the top card of Maleficent's Fate deck. If it is a hero, play it. Otherwise, return it to the top of the deck. So, I'm just going to go ahead and play this Aurora card. And I have to follow it. It's not that easy to follow. When Aurora is played, reveal the top cards. To reveal the top card. And it is not a hero. It is an item. So that means that... Let's see. I wanted to play Aurora just to make things a little bit challenging. But because... I think I'm going to have to stick with the guards for now. And I'm not very good at one decisions, like, and stick to it. But it's like, does it say how many cards do I need to, like, you know, do I have to return the Aurora card to, like, the top of the deck, or is it just the card that you just draw to reveal if it's a hero or not? But regardless, there is a chance that I may or may not get a hero, but it will make things a little bit difficult. So I'm going to place the guards in King Stephen's castle. Then I have to draw 2 cards. And then I have to reveal what it was. Another vanish. That will be very interesting. And we have a condition card, which is Malice. During their turn, which is another player, if another player defeats a hero with a strength of 4 or more, you may play this card. Defeat a hero with a strength of 4 or less. This might come in handy, but I may have to discard it for some reason. Alright, so... Oh, wait a minute. That's the end of the turn. So we have 20, 19, 18, 17. I think that's the end of the 4th turn. Now we move on to 16 rounds. Or, yeah, 16 rounds. I'm going to the cottage to gain 2 power. And I'm going to have to move the Savage Goon. No. I keep messing up when I'm playing Tabletop Simulator. I'm going to move the Savage Goon over here so that they could defeat the guards, but it requires 2. So I'm definitely going to have the Crackling Goon to go over there. And I'm going to discard this card. And then I'm going to play, let's see, I don't want to play Vanish right now, but I do want to, let's see, you know what, I'll just wait. Alrighty then, so let's go ahead and roll the dice. I end up getting a 9, so I don't get fated. This roll does not count. I know I end up getting a 9, so I don't get fated. Then draw 1 card to reveal what it was. Another Dreamless Sleep. And that is the end of this round. We're down to 15 turns. And we need to get things going because things are going to get a little bit complicated. So right now what I'm going to do, I am going to go over, I'm going to go over here just to gain 1 power only. Then I'm going to have the Crackling Goon, to move over here so he could help out the Savage Goon. Then I need to play a card, and I need to play a card fast. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 power and to place Dreamless Sleep. But I don't think the guards will lose 2 strength. It has to be right over here, according to the card. It has to be in this location. Because if not, they still remain 3. But the next thing that I'm going to do after this turn, I'm going to go to King Stephen's castle to vanquish the guards and see what happens next. So I played, I gained 1 power, and then I spend it with this card. And now all I have to do is to fate. And I'm using this action as a way of saying rolling the dice and see what I get. I get 1, so that means I get fated. And what we have is the Sword of Truth. Now, the Sword of Truth is when the Sword of Truth is played, attach it to a hero, which I can attach it to the guards, with no other attached items. That hero gets +2 strength. The cost to play a curse to this location is increased by 2. And as for Flora, when Flora is played, Maleficent must reveal her hand until Flora is defeated. Maleficent must play with her hand revealed. And this is probably kind of pointless just because I already revealed my hand. And I think it's only because I have to show it while other players will know what I have in my hand. So I am going to go ahead and stick with the Sword of Truth. So now, it looks like the card guards. Not the card guards. I keep thinking about the Queen of Hearts playthrough. This is regular guards. They now have +2 strength, which leaves a total of 5. That makes it equal to the Crackling Goon and the Savage Goon. So this is going to be pretty rough. I might need to play another Crackling Goon so that I won't lose my allies. So that's the end of this round, and we're going to head towards. So right now we need a backup plan. I'm going to go right here to gain 3 power that I lost. And then I'm going to play Vanish, which means on my next turn, I will remain in the forest to gain more power, to play more cards, and to discard other cards as well. So that's what I'm doing. And right now I have another choice. I end up getting Green Fire. Green Fire is where heroes cannot be played to this location. Discard this curse if Maleficent, which is my play piece right here, is in the location where the curse is at. So I wanted to play this card, but I'm not so sure of it just yet. So, you know what? I'm just going to go for it and play this card, because this is probably either going to be a short playthrough or the longest playthrough ever. Either way, I have to do it before the end of 20 rounds or 20 turns. So I have 3 curses. Now I just need 1 more, and then I will win the game. But I have to win the game once I start my turn with 4 curses. So I can't discard anything else, so that'll be it. And I am going to roll the dice, or die, and end up getting faded. Now things are getting a little bit intense, because you may never know what's in the fake cards. So I end up getting another Sword of Truth and the guards. So I'm just going to play the guards because, you know. I am going to go ahead on a limbo and place the, place the guards, not the card guards, the guards over here, because they will end up get -2 strength, but I cannot place an ally there because otherwise this curse is going to be discarded. So let's just say they're asleep right now. Yeah, that's it. So now I'm going to draw 2 cards on my villain deck to reveal another dragon form and the Sinister Goon, which I'm going to have to play. Let's see, hold up. The Sinister Goon gets +1 strength if there are any curses at his location, which means if I go right here in King Stephen's castle, then his strength will remain the same. Otherwise, if I place a curse there, and if the Sinister Goon is there, then he'll get an additional strength. So, yeah, that will be the end of this round. I'm down to 13 rounds or 13 turns, whatever, and I definitely needed a curse. But first, I'm going to gain 3 power back because I used the effect card to remain there. So Maleficent cannot move until the next turn. I'm trying to follow exactly what it means there. Excuse me. Alright, and I'm going to place the Sinister Goon right over here so that all 3 of my goons can defeat the guards with the Sword of Truth. And I'm just going to go ahead and discard, I'm going to discard 2 cards. And hopefully I can get a cursed card so that I could win the game, which won't be that easy. And I think that is it. Yeah, that is it for this phase. And I end up getting a 2. This is going to be a very intense moment, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what we got. Oh, we got 2 fairies. We got Merryweather. Curses cannot be played to Merryweather's location, which is pointless because there's only 3 locations, and we have the only one location that is not cursed is King Stephen's Castle. Then we have Fauna. When Fauna is played, you may discard Dreamless Sleep from her location. So that one is also pointless because the guards are right over here. End up getting -2. So as of right now, I need to probably remove her and then draw one more fake card to see what I end up getting. Prince Philip. Okay, so when Prince Philip is played, you may discard all allies from his location. Oh no. That means that it's going to be very difficult for me to, like, defeat the guards and remove the Sword of Truth. I think what it says here is that I can only discard all allies from his location, which means it's either here or here, which will remove a curse, which is not good. So I'm going to place him over here to check out Briar Rose's cottage. Then I have to draw 3 cards because I discard 2 and I play only 1. And I end up revealing. Oh my goodness, I end up getting a curse. Which unfortunately, well, I would say unfortunately, but I think there's a chance that I might be able to pull this off. This cursed green fire can only be removed if Maleficent is at this location. So now I need to go ahead and, you know what? That's the end of the round. So 12 rounds or 12 turns left. Maleficent's going to have to go over here. And let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strength. And they have 5. So now I'm going to use the Vanquish action to vanquish the guards with the Sword of Truth. And then I'm going to have to play a curse card. One, 2, the cost of 2, and this is a Forest of Thorns. The only way that this curse can be discarded is if a hero is there. So now I have 4 curses, and I think that will be the end of this phase. So I have to start my turn by having each location 4 curses. I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice. And I end up getting a 7, which means I don't get fated. Draw 1 card to reveal another curse. That'll be end of that turn. And I'm down to 11 turns, which means that I already ended the playthrough of Maleficent by getting 4 curses. It's kind of quite complicated to, like, understand how this works when it comes to everything, but I think it's only like one location, not like all the locations. If you pay close attention to the cards and all that stuff, you might be able to understand what it's saying. So Right now I end up getting 4 curses. 2 are the same, which is the ones you have to remove a curse if there's a hero in that location, which is like the King Stephen's Castle in the forest. Then this one right here can only be removed if Maleficent is there, which is my play piece. Last but not least, I have to remove Dreamless Sleep if I played an ally, or move an ally to be exact. But either way, I strategized myself, even though it's way too easy. But I can guarantee you that the next 2 playthroughs is going to be a little bit complicated and difficult to understand, because it involves around 2 villains that probably has a very complicated objective. Because one, let's just say one of them, there's a way to defeat heroes, and the other is it's like trying to get a hero to join forces with you and all that kind of stuff. But either way, it will be explained by the next video. But until then, thank you so much for watching. And as always, stay at home and stay safe from the pandemic. Wash your hands every day. And also, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stay warm during these winter seasons. And I'll see you all in the next playthrough.